What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. It is the 17th day of August, and here we are at about $0.0016, roughly 6 days, 6 hours left in this week. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it. Zebec has continued to drop. Today, we even actually saw the lowest price that you've seen since April 27th, since your high there, and you are very, very much near the prior low that you had here in February. Was that February? Yeah, February, late January, whatever that was. I don't expect that from here we just free fall. Maybe we go lower. Perhaps you even go below this low, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're bouncing right now, but I would expect somewhere in this area you do get a sizable bounce. Something that takes you back around 0.002, if not above it. I don't know how much past that you're going to make it. There is some serious resistance there, right? Prior support right there, prior resistance right there, prior support at these levels, and prior resistance right here, prior resistance back there. Throughout your life, this 0.0, let's say 0.022 to 0.025 level, this kind of range, has provided significance. It has throughout your life. I wonder, actually, if we look at this. Let's see. High to low. It's kind of an area of no importance here. It's like right in between your 786 and golden ratio. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if we take it out of log. Oh, look at that. That's your golden ratio zone. There you go. You take it out of log, it's your golden ratio zone. Anyways, I could see that happening. It could happen this week. It could be from this week you find the low, and then over the coming weeks you continue to grow, however it works. I don't think that you're saved. I don't think that you're safe from lower prices. Inevitably, I do think you're going to go lower and potentially even to new all-time lows. That's the call that I've made since we were at these highs here, that we would see new all-time lows, and I'm sticking with that call until I see enough information to change my opinion. But again, it's not going to happen in a straight line. I'm surprised that you have moved in a straight line for as long as you have. I would expect some type of volatility here. You're going to break out of this range. There's going to be a little bit of volume that comes in. Maybe people get excited right as soon as you're at prior points of support, prior points of support here. You'll find resistance, and then you'll move down. That's my expectation. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think it's a good time to buy. I think it's a good time, and maybe a good time to buy for the long term. Probably not, but a good time to buy for the short term to make a play off of some volumes coming in here. You're seeing volume increase a little bit. Bullish divergence on your RSI. Stochastics are beat up. The MACD sucks as well. It's all bad. But you're getting neutral, I guess. Actually, the MACD is pretty neutral. Shifting neutral. You're still bearish. There's no real signs of life yet. But again, just at this very significant point where you found support, I think that's going to be a dead giveaway. I mean, just imagine that you're somebody who wanted to buy Zebec, okay? Now, if you can't contain yourself, you can't control your emotions, you have no strategy, you might just full clip it all right here, right? You might buy right here, whatever. You're buying up here and thinking, man, it could go all the way down to this level of support, but screw it, I'll buy here, I'll sit through it, I'm just going to buy because what if it pumps, right? But if you're smart, if you're strategic, you're probably not buying until we get to literally these exact levels here, where you're right tit for tat with that low. In other words, once you got below this level, any buying pressure for Zebec has been put on hold until we got to these exact levels that we're at now for the past week and a half. So this is where the boys become men, right? The people who've been thinking, I'll buy once it goes down here. They either nut up, they put up, or they shut up and they're not buying. And then the price starts to move up, and then they feel like they're missing out, and then they FOMO, then they buy, and that excitement carries the price a little bit higher. And then again, then we'll remember, hey, we're in a downtrend, time to sell, probably a good time to make a play. With that being said, from the current price, I think we'll see something on the lines of like a 20% to 60% move, man. I mean, that's not bad. Nothing to be ashamed of there. That's definitely something that's worth speculating on. I think if it's anything over 8%, it's worth speculating on. And well, here we are. Anyways, weekly time frame, oversold. Not a lot of volume picking up. This is a pretty bearish environment to be in, and you're not seeing that strength come in. You're just meandering. Oversold in the stochastics for a while. Might be time to move up, right? It's been raining for a while. You're due for a day without rain. MACD starting to stave that bearish momentum. And you have higher lows still in this bearish momentum in your MACD. So, yeah, you look good, man. You look pretty good. I could see Zebec from here. It could be like a month where you're just consolidating. It could be multiple. Like it might be October before you start progressing lower. You might put a real stop here. We'll see. Maybe it's a quick thing. You pump for like a week and then you're done. Maybe, but time will tell. Optimistic. I'm optimistic from this point of view that you do move up. Tried to fake out there. Volume came in. Yeah, I mean, you look good, man. I think you're going to see some upside soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it was today, tomorrow, sometime this week. I really wouldn't be surprised. Um, I don't know if you'll be back above 002 by the end of this week. Maybe. But you're definitely going to see something that's a little bit out of the norm as far as upward sloping movements go through this range. I think you're going to break out of this range starting this week, if not next week, something like that. It's going to be soon. Anyways, toodaloo for now. I'll see you on the next one. Hit that like button. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.